Hi guys, my name's IVORIANDOLL. Join me on Influential Records with my guy DJ Firestarr, and we're about to get into it.
DJ Firestarr, Spotify, Influential Records. I'm not new to this, all of that. Season 2, and I had to bring through someone I've been chasing for a minute. You know what I mean? I've seen her in a couple parties. You know, I've been on the set. She's been living her best life. You know what I mean? The GRM Gala. For the UK audience that know, we was at a party for Wit in the City as well. We was getting turned up.
Yeah.
Remember that one? Yeah. None other. Let me just get to it. None other than IVD, Ivorian Doll. What's good, family?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all good, man. I'm gassed. I'm happy that we got you on. Obviously, the London audience, the UK audience, they're gonna be sort of familiar. If they're not, they've been sleeping. But for the worldwide audience, IVD, like, put the world up on who is IVD, Ivorian Doll. Let them know what music you make, what you represent. You know what I mean?
So, hi guys. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Ivorian Doll. I'm 24 and I'm a female rapper in the UK. I think people would say I'm a female drill artist, but I would not consider that. But yeah, that's what people would say that I do. And I empower females. That's what I do.
No, I love that. You know what I mean? We need more females on the series. We've had Shenseea, we've had Maya as well. You know what I mean? You have been overseas, been partying, you know what I mean?
You know that.
in Ghana, like, you know what I mean? That's the word. That's the word out here. So first question, sort of how is the last kind of, obviously how was that trip? And how's the last couple of weeks, couple of months been for you? What's been going on?
So I went to Ghana to film the music video that I had with Black Sharif, Vice Mensa.
Vic
yeah.
Mensa.
Yeah, I met him for the first time. So amazing. So yeah, I actually went up there for work purposes, but I got a bit carried away. So I went out there to work because at first I wasn't going to go, but then I was like, do you know what? It's a good opportunity. It's really good. I'm familiar with people in Ghana already. So I went over there to shoot the music video. It was amazing. Song's coming out tomorrow. I'm excited. I think Ghana was really good at going out there and just being with like other artists as well. Yeah. I learned that a lot of artists are like very similar. And I didn't know, like, a lot of us like have anxiety, and a lot of us like, and I feel like I met a lot of rappers, and especially Miss Banks, like, we ended up like having like a good friendship. And I was like, you know what? Because in the UK, I'm not really like, I'm friendly, but I feel like I don't really speak to much people. Yeah. So in Ghana, everyone kind of came together, and it was so nice. I loved it.
What about the vibe out there? Like, talk about the vibe, because obviously Ghana's been popping. For people that know, it's been popping for a minute. It's been building up, and it was like it's bigger than it's ever been now. So, yeah. How was your experience out there? You know, the video aside, like you're saying.
Okay, apart from the video, I think it was literally such good vibes. Like, it was a break away from work, and it was like just seeing everyone in their natural, instead of everyone just kind of like being like, oh, I'm an artist. Everyone was just having fun. Like, every single day it was sleep party. It was too much, but like, I think it was well needed, and it's good for like people to come to Africa. And I feel like for me personally, like when I go to Ghana, like I come back feeling like refreshed. I come back inspired as well. Like, we have a lot to write about, and I think it was very needed. Very needed.
So is it going to be on your list as a place that you're going to be going every year like everyone else? Is it there now?
Time, I will be there. every single December, I'm going to be there.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there.
So for everyone locked in that doesn't know, if you know what I mean, any time, but December, Christmas is popping off. Like, everyone's out there, isn't it?
Yeah. Amazing.
What I like to do on the episode, IVD, is before we get into like some of your influential record picks, I like to set the tone, right? And normally what that consists of is an artist in question picking, say, 3 records from their catalog and breaking them down, telling us about them, and then we're going to play them on the episode. Now, there's 2 drops from you coming tomorrow, so we got to include those 2. I mean, by the time this comes out, the records are out. So, you know what I mean? It's already out. It's already doing mad numbers. We know what it is, but we need to talk about them 2. And then I'm going to get you to pick one from the rest of your catalog that is kind of special to you. But let's start off with, you know, the record that we touched on, the one you recorded out in Ghana. It's got you on there, Vic Mensa, Black Sheriff,
and I forgot his last name. That's very bad of me, but it's Kwaku and Small God. Yeah.
So talk about that and talk about how that came about. And, you know, we've had Vic Mensa on Influential Records as well. And, you know, he's been out to Ghana. He was out there last year as well, I think. So he was connecting with a lot of, yeah. So the fact that you've linked up on that joint, that's crazy. So talk about that one, man. Break it down. You know what?
Okay, so I went to Ghana last year, April, where I actually met Small God for the first time. And Small God's like a really big person out in Ghana, especially in terms of music. He works with like big artists. He does his own records, and then artists will be on them. So I met him in the studio when he was like so bubbly, and he was like, "Oh, IBD," and I was thinking, who is this? But you know what? Then we just formed a really close friendship. And then he was just like, in Ghana, like when it comes to music, they're very like studio. So he was like always taking me studio. And then before I was about to leave, he showed me the song and he was like, "Do you like it?" And I was like, this is different. Like, do you know what? I believe in like Ghana drill. And I was like, yeah, I want to do it. So when I got back to London, so April, May, so maybe like June, he finally sent over the song and he was like, "Oh, lay your verse." And I was like, okay. So I did it and I sent it back and he was like, "I love it. Oh my God, we need to shoot it." But you know, people just say they love it, they want to shoot it, and it doesn't happen. So I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, I think he was like, "Oh, you coming Ghana in December? Like, I really want to shoot." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, of course." But then he was really on it. And then I finally heard the whole song in like, I don't know the time, but it was like before Ghana. I heard the whole song and I was like, oh my God, like, whoa.
Did you know the others were on it, or what did you know?
No, at first it was just me and Black Sharif. That is it. He done his hook and then it was just me. And I was thinking, I don't know who else is going to be on it. Let me just do it because I believe in it. Like, I have a lot of love for him. So I was like, okay. And then when I heard the whole thing, I was like, wait, what? And I started Googling, like, who's this, who's that? And I was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to shoot. But I fell in love with the song when I heard Black Sharif. So when I heard the hook, I was like, this is different. Like, and I was like, I want to be a part of this. So I shot the video.
And obviously everyone was in the video. So you've linked up with everyone on the track as well. So what was that experience like? Obviously we touched on him already, but Vic Mensa, like, you know, it's a global guy out here. You know what I mean? Like, all respects to everyone on the tune, but I mean, yeah.
He's like, when I first met him, I remember like I got there first and then I saw Black Sharif there and I was like, oh, I'm just very bubbly in person. So I was like, oh my God, like, I was like, hi, how are you? Like, I was like, I'm such a big fan. I love your music. Like, I feel like you're very, like, really good. We started speaking and then I saw Vic. I think I was in the car and then like he came into the car and I was like, oh my God. And I think he's just so calm.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think he's very calm, mellow, relaxed. Like, he's just a calm person. I think he really loved the Ghana experience as well. Yeah. And then I think the chemistry was great. Like, we all got along. We all knew what we was there for. We shot the video. We all got in touch with the culture as well. And yeah, I was just with them for one day, literally. Because literally, I shot the video. Then the next day, I think I had to go home.
Right.
Really quickly, but yeah, amazing people.
Would you say that record and that experience so far has been like one of your biggest kind of highlights in terms of linking up with all of them on a joint? Is that something? Because when you talk about it, you're bare hype about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can see that it makes you genuinely happy. So yeah, I mean, it was real. It was real out there.
Do you know what? I think because like I never actually saw myself like ever shooting a video in another country before. Like, it's never been a vision of mine. So when I like watched the video, I'm like, wait, like I actually went to Ghana, shot a video with like really big artists, and I'm like, what am I even doing there? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think I'm just very grateful, and I feel like I'm grateful to be like a part of like a male lineup. Like I like being like the only female or like male. I love it. I think it just makes me stand out.
100.
I really like
100. The ladies are gonna love it. I think the man them are gonna love that record as well. You know what I mean? It goes heavy. It goes heavy.
I
out
love
there.
it.
So we're gonna play it. So just introduce it for us if you don't mind, directly.
So hey guys, this is the song called. Oh, I'm not allowed to swear.
You can say it. Say what you gotta say.
Okay guys, so this is the track called Holy Fuck, and it's amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
I want to talk about your new single, which by the time this comes out is going to be out in full effect.
Yeah.
Record's called Boss. Tell me about this record. Like, talk about how it's come about. What would you want to tell the listeners about the record before we play it?
So this is my single called Boss, and it's very special to me only because I had like a big choice of what song I wanted to put out after I've had like such a long break. I haven't really had like my own single in a while, and the reason why I chose this one is because I feel like it's all about like me being in the studio, and it's about like what I've been doing in the studio this whole time, and I kind of feel like I want my supporters to kind of feel like connected with me. So it's like a song that's like, it shows that like I think that I can rap as well, and I think that also when you see the video, it just shows that whenever I go studio, I'm with my friends, I'm with like my favorite engineer who's Scratch, and I put him in the video because I wanted to be as realistic as possible. And I think the song's just very like, it's a good comeback, it's a good starter to my other ones that's just, I'm gonna keep going and going and going, but I think it's a good comeback for now.
So did you have a lot of records in the stash to pick from, or was
there's so many, yeah. But with me, I'm very like, I like to work on like the time, the weather. Like I'm like, okay, the songs that I have, I feel like it's too summer. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very like upbeat summer songs. So I'm like, let me wait till like maybe like April. But I feel like this one is like it's cold outside.
You're giving us a greasy record. That's what you're doing.
People are gonna sit down, they're gonna listen to it, and there's many songs that I can't wait for people to hear. Like I'm so excited, which is why I don't put myself in like the drill artist category because I know what I have. So, but because no one's heard it, they're like, oh, drill female. But I'm like, no. When I come, you will change that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100. And is it a record? Maybe it's a bit early to say, but where do you stand on is this a record that will have a remix? Is a remix a thing that could happen with this record? Is that something you kind of want to, is that something that's on your mind, or you just want to see how it runs?
Do you know what?
Or what? Yeah.
Do you know what? Like, when I put something out, I never think of like a remix, like never. Like I don't put things out for the intention like, oh, this is gonna blow, so it's gonna get a remix. I just put it out because I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think if it comes about and I'm like, you know what, but why not? I'll do it. But like, it's time for my supporters to just get mean, because I've done a lot of features, and it's too much. It just needs to be like IVD, so everyone can see myself like build as an artist individually instead of like always bringing people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We need 100% IVD. That's what we need, man.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So the new one, Boss, I'm gonna let you introduce it, and we're gonna run that one.
So hi guys, this is my new single called Boss, and I hope it makes you feel empowered and makes you feel good.
And let's keep it moving. Influential record. So what I want to do, IBD, is I want you to pick one more from the catalogue. So we got two new bangers from you that we've run, and you got a whole heap of music prior. Which one record do you want to put in that you'd say to the audience, and might be people that are hearing you for the first time, or it might just be your favorite? Which one do you want to put in for people to hear, and why? Give us the reason for why you've picked this one.
You know what? My favorite is obviously Rumours. It has to be Rumours.
Yeah.
the reason why I'm choosing Rumours is because I think that's when I was like first actually introduced to the world as like, oh, who's this? Do you know what I mean? I think I would choose Rumours because it was such a fun moment. And I feel like you can hear through the song that I just did not care. It was fun. It's very rebellious. It's very like, the beat is crazy as well.
Yep.
And I think that people hearing it for the first time, everyone falls in love with the song when they first hear it. I think it's very catchy. And I think it goes off in the clubs. In Ghana, they'll play it. And I was like, oh my God. So, hey guys, this is my single called Rumours. I hope you enjoy it. And it's one of my favorite songs.
So we keep the episode moving. It's IVD in the building. And this is the part where, you know what I mean, we get into what we're here for, which is your influential records. Now, I don't know how many you got. I don't know how many you want to talk about. We can do 3, we can do 4, we can do 5. I leave it totally up to the artist. But let's get into your first influential record. Tell me who it is, why it's important, the story behind it, and tell us the story so we can let the people know and we can run it.
Was it like any song?
Anything.
Oh.
So like it might have been something that you was listening to growing up, you heard in the house, or it touched you. You know what? There's so many different reasons that people like certain songs, and you know, for artists, why certain tracks were important to them growing up. As to,
you know what? Do you know when you say growing up? You know Beyonce Ring the Alarm. Yeah. Growing up, it's like I didn't even know I wanted to be an artist, but it's like every time I heard that song, I was like, how can someone make you feel so strong and like empowered through the screen? And that song, like Ring the Alarm, I was just so, every time I heard it, like I would get up and I would dance. And I feel like it really actually impacted me because that's when I was like, I want to be like that. I want to be confident. And I feel like Beyonce kind of gives off like confident energy, and she gives off like strong, independent woman. And I feel like every time, like growing up hearing her music, I would say I was like, wow. But Ring the Alarm for me was like very influential for me. And I feel like other women hearing it as well would obviously feel strong and empowered. So that song would be my number 1.
Cool.
Also, Sierra Goodies.
Okay.
That song made me feel like a bad bitch. I started like rolling up my tops as well, because Sierra impacted me in like dressing like, she gave like tomboy but girly, and I didn't know that that was a thing. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, well, how's she so sexy but boyish?
Yeah.
It wasn't making sense to me, and I feel like she really pushed that, like growing up as well. And I was like, do you know what? That song Goodies made me really want to get into dancing. Okay. I remember I started like dance classes as well, and all her songs, like her music videos, are like very fun, especially when she links up with like Missy Elliott. Do you know what? Fabio Foreign Big Drip. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
That was a
movie.
And I think Fabio Foreign was very influential, still is at the time, because I feel like that song Big Drip was such a drill. It was so good. Do you know what I mean? The beat was good. Fabio really taught me that you can have like go crazy, go fun on a beat. Like I can tell that when he's in the studio, I feel like he just freestyles the whole thing. And he really taught me that like just have like good energy. So I was like, okay. So when I heard that song, every time I heard it, I'll get up and dance. And it made me want to like, because I remember that song came out like before, I think it was before Rumours. Yeah, before Rumours. So I was like, you know what? When I do my music video, I want it to look as fun as that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that did influence me. Also, Nicki Minaj.
Hit me.
Fractions.
Okay.
And the reason why I say Nicki Minaj is a big icon, I love her, we all know that. And I think the song Fractions, because Nicki is like not afraid to say what everyone's thinking. Do you know what I mean? She's not afraid to send shots. She's not afraid to say her mind. And that really influences me as an artist, because I think when I rap, I like to say a lot of stuff that's like, why would you say that?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And I think I got it from her as well, because it's like, as an artist, you need to own your shit. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like you need to speak in the what's happening in the moment as well. And I feel like that's what Nicki does a lot. So the song Fractions, she was just speaking about how she went away for a bit, she's come back, and it's like, I gave these bitches a break, and I love that. I love that because I feel like I've gone, I've come back, and I want to start talking like that. So,
hey, all right, we're gonna get that sort of energy from IVD, you know. So we got 4. Are we sticking with those 4? You got a 5th for me? Maybe a classic?
oh, a classic.
Yeah, I don't know. It's your world. It's your picks, man.
You know what? 50 Cent Candy Shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
That song is a banger, a hit, and it will never, ever, ever go old. And I feel like that song really got to me because I was thinking, I was like, it's so nice. Like, there's so like the video, the girls, and it really makes me want to live back in that generation.
Yeah.
And I like them sort of artists are really amazing as well because their music like never dies. Like it just keeps going and going. And that's the type of artist I want to be, like an artist that's like so influential. No matter how long ago the record was, the song still gets played in the clubs. Do you know what I mean? And it still has the same impact. So 50 Cent also impacts me in that way as well because I just think he's also very funny. Personality-wise, he's hilarious. And I think that he's a great, great, great artist as well.
Yeah, 50 is still super, super relevant as well with everything. You know what I mean? He's still, when he speaks, everyone's still paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we got 5 bangers there, influential records, IVD in the building. Now, before you leave, got some questions. Threw out some questions to some people. We got some people hitting back, and I got a couple as well. But one of them that I wanted to ask you, touched on it a bit earlier when you was talking about Fabio, and you was talking about like the fun element that Big Drip, you know, brought to like the scene. Really, you know, the American drill compared to what the greasy stuff that we do over here. That party element for me as a DJ, like, is everything, right?
Yeah.
How much, I mean, we touched on it, but how much of an influence is that factor? Not just Fabio, but just the Americans in general and their sound with drill. You know, I find, not to put everyone in a box, but even the female artists that jump on drill, it always seems to be more vibesy. You know what I mean? Like more party orientated. Like, is that how do you feel about it all? Like,
what about Americans and drill and stuff like that?
Yeah. Do you think like the fact that they brought the fun element to it has impacted us massively now going forward? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think drill back in the day, it was very like dark. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's still there. A lot of that is still there. You know what I mean?
It's still dark, but it's very more dancey now. I would be honest. I think the New York guys like Fabio Foreign, Pop Smoke really brought that dancing element to drill, and I think that we wasn't really dancing like that. Do you know what I mean? So when Pop Smoke came out, it was like, how's this American guy making drill sound so? What is this? Do you know what I mean? So from there, I think it inspired us as well. It definitely inspired me personally. I was like, do you know what? Drill can be more fun. And I feel like one UK artist that's really took that really well is Digga D as well, because now he's got drill charting. So there's like Russ and Tion Wayne, and I feel like that did kind of come from the Americans as well. So I feel like it's very positive. And I think that I'm happy that drill has now gone to a place where it can chart, whereas before it was kind of an issue. It wasn't really doing that. But now it's like it doesn't have to be so dark and like violent. Even if it is violent, it's dancey. It's just really...
it's still fun.
Like, so fun. And I feel like it's an amazing thing. And I think Pop Smoke is a very, very, very big influence on UK drill. And it's really good that he actually jumped on a UK beat and made it as big as it is, because it's like 22G's is doing it as well. And these are like artists that are like well respected where they're from and here. So I just think it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. It's definitely a vibe. Another question, bit of a serious one, so I didn't want to get into it too heavy, but I wanted to just ask you, generally speaking, like, I know following your journey from the jump, you've had, when it comes to management and all this kind of stuff, you've had more sagas than any. I felt bad
I
reading.
swear.
We all feel bad for some of the stuff that you've been going through and gone through. And I didn't want to ask specifically about that situation, but I wanted to ask you more. Talk to the people about the importance of good management around you to navigate through the music industry and the space that you're in now, your circle, and how you view things.
So do you know what? That's a good question, actually, because I was actually talking about that with my friend today. I feel like from the start of music, I feel like my journey has been, everyone's like, what is going on? Like, what is really going on? Because I started off as a duo, and then I was by myself. And I feel like I've had so many managers, honestly. It's not even like one. I've had like 3, 4. Yeah. And I feel like the reason why I fall out with them is because I feel like people tend to lose the vision. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of feel like with me, obviously I came into music not seriously. I didn't think I was going to be like an artist. I just thought it was all fun and games. Mm. But then it's like the things that happen in music is very important to have a team, because you need people that can see your vision. Sometimes by yourself, it's not easy to kind of execute it. You need other people who kind of have links, and other people who know other people to kind of bring your vision to pass, for it to happen. And I feel like with me, I'm not afraid to kind of let people go and move on, because I'm chasing my dream. And if I feel like anyone's around me that is starting to not have the same faith in my dream that I have, then I just let them go, because I feel like it's my own life. I have one chance. Do you get it? Yeah. And I don't care what people think. I know people sometimes look at me like, this girl, like, you have a manager, you don't, and then you went through this and you that. But at the end of the day, I feel like it happens to the best of us. Obviously, in the moment, it's very stressful. It did stop me from like releasing for like, I feel like that was really annoying for me, because it's like, now I'm an artist and you're not even doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now I'm just feeling like pressured. But then again, I think everything happens for a reason. But for new artists coming up, I would say that it's very important to have a team that you trust. Very important to have a team that is like family. And it's very important to have a vision. Don't have a team if you don't even know what you want, because then they're going to build your vision for you. And if you don't like it, you're not going to be happy. So I'm just very like, I speak my mind, and if I'm not happy with something, I just say it. Even if it means I have to be alone for a bit, I don't mind, because I feel like things will work out in the end.
Facts,
so right now, I'm just going with the flow.
Would you say that you're, from as an outsider looking in, and you know the two parties that I've seen you at, like enjoying, like I'd say you was in a good space like right now? Is that a fair? Would you say like things are? How are you feeling about, you know, with the 2 tracks that are going to be out there, that are out there now, that we've spoken about already? You know, how you feeling about basically the year to come, the next 12 months to come?
You know what? I'm a big believer in like manifestation. So I believe that like, if I think positive, the year will go well. I kind of want the year that I had when Rumours came out. Everything was it was just so fun. And I feel like I'm hoping that this year it will be more fun for me. Last year was like too stressful. Yeah. It was pressing. I didn't like it. But as I'm dropping, I just really want people to like take me in. And I want people to see that like, I'm really working hard. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like one thing I love is just putting music out there, because once it's out, I don't really care. Views and stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? At least I just put something out. I want to just put something out. And I feel like it's very important to like feed your supporters as well. So like, I'm just hoping that this year, I just want it to be positive. I want to travel a lot this year. Okay. And like, I'm a bit nervous at the same time, but who's not nervous when they have a release? Do you know what I mean? You don't know how people, you think you like it, will come out and people be like, that's shit. And you're like, oh, okay, I got to try again. But obviously you do see me in parties and that, because when I'm there, I do like to socialize as well and network. So like, I'll be having fun, but at the same time, I'm like meeting people, and like, it's very good to go to industry events. It's very important as an artist, because I feel like if you isolate yourself, you're not there, people just don't know you. You have 100. To mix. You need to be 100. There. So then when your music comes out, the artist that you met, they're going to support it. They're going to post it. They're going to put it up. So I hope these tracks go. I really do.
I think that pure element as an artist as well, from, you know, watching you is key, because like you get sometimes you're at events like we're at, and there's artists in the building, there's like important people in the building, and like some people, they don't want to mix, or they have an element of like status, and whereas you're very, you know, credit to you, like you're approachable, like it's, you know what I mean, you're just having a good time. It's so real and like refreshing to see that. And you know, sometimes some artists, they do lose that, you know what I mean?
It's true, because I've met artists, yeah, and I'm like, can you just loosen up a bit? Like I feel like if you're in an industry event, it's very important to be yourself, because you're all the same. Maybe it feels like a normal event, I get it, you kind of have to act like, but I feel like with me, I like to be approachable, because you just never know. And plus that's my personality, and I feel like, I mean, I don't know, when I'm around artists, because I'm like bubbly and stuff, they talk to me. But I feel like if I was like stuck up and stuff, I feel like you could just miss opportunities and stuff like that. It's just not good. Like, people need to be free, enjoy the moment. Do you know what I mean?
This is a bit of a straightforward one, but what do you love most about the scene as well?
Music.
Facts.
Do you know what I love? This is very, to me personally, I love meeting artists that like I thought I would never see.
Right.
So like, if I meet certain artists, I'm like, oh my God, like, I used to listen to you, like, and then it's like meeting them, and then they're so nice to you, and I'm thinking, obviously, like when I'm there, I'm like, oh, like I really love you and stuff, but in my head, I'm screaming, because I'm thinking there's no way, and I feel like for me, I'm still getting used to that, like meeting. I still have a long way to go, but I feel like I'm still getting used to meeting people that I used to watch on TV, and I'm still getting used to kind of like just being like, I don't know, just being an artist. And what I love about the scene is that I feel like I said, all artists have this, majority of us have the same mindset. And I clocked that. And I feel like a lot of artists are still the same. We do overthink. We do kind of like get anxiety when we're going places. And we all just like kind of want to be the best we can be. And I feel like artists need to start talking to each other a lot, because you'll see that we have a lot in common.
Yeah,
we do.
I think those points come out when you get a chance to really speak to somebody, because on the surface everyone's maybe going to be like acting
cool. Yeah exactly. No one is cool, trust me. After Ghana, I was like, you know what, I'm actually not by myself, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I think because it was hot and everyone was drinking, the truth was coming out. And I was like, yes, like I'm not alone. So I really feel good. I feel happy.
Oh, that's sick. And one more that I got for you. You put out the other day about the you're tired of your playlist. That's what you said, right? You said your playlist, you're tired. And I just wanted to ask you straight up, what's on the playlist now? Have we fixed that situation? Like, what's popping at the moment for you?
You know, like when you go on YouTube, it's the same songs again. Like I listen, literally, I feel like I know the order. So it's Saucy Santana, Shisha, and then it will go to like an Afrobeat song. I think it's, what's that song called? I like the way I'm feeling now.
Oh yeah, Laddie Pope. Yeah.
And then it will be like, it'll be a Nicki Minaj song. I just feel like I want to like tap into different music. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like I don't know where to start. Like I actually don't know what to do. So I'm still working on that.
All right. So for the people that are locked in, listening, watching, make sure you tweet IVD with some new, fresh bangers. Let's put her up, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we touched on it a little bit earlier, but the next 12 months, more music in the tank, more releases.
I tell you, by God's grace, like the way I'm gonna keep going, people are gonna be like, okay, we get it. Like, bitch, we get it. Like, I'm just gonna keep going because I just have this energy in me to like just keep releasing, and I'm very happy that I'm able to do that.
No, I love that. Yeah. I just want to big you up, IVD, for passing through, coming on, you know what I mean, giving us the selections, giving man the time, you know what I mean? It's good to connect. And yeah, where can the people hit you up if they want to connect with you?
So guys, if you want to connect with me, you can tweet me on Twitter. My name's IVORIANDOLL _. You can hit me up on Instagram, IVORIANDOLL, and you can hit me up on Snap, IVORIANDOLL. And yeah, I see everything. So if you DM me, like, I might not reply, but I saw it. I saw
Big
it.
facts. There you go, man. Firestarr, Influential Records, IVD. We're out. Peace.
Guys.
DJ Firestarr keeping it smashed.